video of a customer at Panda Express made its rounds on social. I don't know if you guys saw it. Nile, you saw it? Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
So
now I just want Panda Express.
Oh, I love Panda Express. They were loaded. I love it because like best bang for your buck for $10. Like who gives you that much food for $10? It's a video, and we'll put it up on here of just the worker just loading up the combination plate with tons of food and not charging them anything extra.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to Panda
A
Express.
lot of hole-in-the-wall Chinese places do that. There's a place out in Hayward. I forget the name of it now.
No.
I forget the name of it.
But like the way
they loaded up hella
put the
far.
food on here was like not your average Panda Express
They probably knew him.
experience. So I was saying, like, how good was this guy's day to want to hook up this person?
Right.
Like, okay, let's say they didn't know him, right?
Okay.
You know,
They're like, you know what? I'm having a good day.
You know
Here's
what I
hella
mean?
food.
Like, do you think he got like a $10 raise, or like,
No.
you know, he just had some really good sex that morning?
That's what I was gonna say.
You know what I mean? So I just think about like what like would need to happen in your day to want to hook up someone that much. Like, dude, it was a
pound of food, maybe 2 pounds.
And then when he closed the
lid?
the tray,
Yeah.
the to go back, it barely fit. I'm
get-
like, this is not no normal Panda Express or
Right.
any place express.
Yeah, I think
experience.
It just depends on the store and the person. I don't even know if it's that deep. Like I've been to like Panda Express. Hang on.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. Well, I thought you were about to. So I thought I've been to Panda Expresses.
I'm just chilling.
He's scarred.
No, I just I've been to Panda Expresses where they load up the food. You know what I mean? And they have no problem doing it. Or maybe you've asked, hey, could you give me a little bit more chicken, whatever? And they do it. And then I've been to other Panda Expresses where they're like, they follow like strict guidelines. Just depends on the person. But I mean, yeah, maybe the personality of the person is just, they're just happy. Or they just want to make sure that the customer is getting their money's worth.
Have you guys ever hooked someone up at a job like that? Because like,
There you go.
I know you worked in like service, right? You ever just like, you know what? I'm gonna hook you up with a little bit extra something.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
depends on how good my day was.
Yeah, really? If you're just in a good
not
mood, you're like,
I'm happy. Like,
So if someone you
something
know
needs to happen that day.
if someone you know comes in and you're cool with them, you don't give them anything extra, or would you be maybe a little more prone to do?
I never hooked up anyone I knew.
when I worked
Most
at
people I don't know.
Mountain Mike's, I'd hook up people all the time because I didn't care. I was in high school.
That's cool.
But I was like, yeah,
you're a
here's
nice
this.
guy.
Here's
Right.
extras this.
Right.
Because you don't care.
The key there was like, we used to do this all the time, right? So I don't know if it's like this anymore, but like if someone calls in an order, right, and never picked it up, like we close and there's still a pizza there, we get to take it home. So I would always have someone order pizza, and they would just not pick it up and be like, oh, I'll take it, and I'd bring it home and have like
Right.
three.
You want to see
free
your
pizzas.
friends be happy. I guess I'm talking about
I do that all the
And
time.
if it's gonna go to someone, may as well go to people you know.
Exactly.
right, but
Yeah.
we don't know if that guy knows him.
No.
Yeah, we don't know anything. We're just talking about a random video. That's really what it is. How about this?
Well.
I mean,
I used to
go
do the
ahead.
opposite of Mountain Mike's too. I used to take the cheese jar and unscrew it so that when you would dump the cheese, the lid would fall off and the cheese would just fall out.
Wait, you would do that as a joke?
I would do that as a
That's
joke, yeah.
hilarious.
I would just do it to a random cheese at a different table, and whoever took it.
It wasn't
there.
anyone like you didn't have anything.
No, I would
against
just
the
like
person.
pick a table, unscrew it, and like whoever just sat there was just.
That's
got hella
funny.
cheese.
That's a
It's
TikTok
kind
moment
of
right there.
Now that I think about it, looking back on it, that was kind of shitty. But
no,
like,
it's funny.
it's also cheese, so like you know,
Hey, you
more
make me
cheese
wanna-
the better.
Yeah.
It's nothing like salt. If it was salt, that'd be fucked up.
Yeah.
Who gives the most amount of food for like $10 or under? Who do you think?
It's definitely hole in the wall Chinese places. Right?
Well, let's say like chain places: Panda Express,
oh,
Chipotle.
nowhere really.
Anyone else?
Nah, Chipotle is hella strict with their shit.
Are they?
For me, the times I've been to Chipotle, I always feel like if I get bowls, I always feel like, this is barely anything. And their burrito, I'm not a huge fan of Chipotle. I know you love Chipotle.
I do.
I'm not super hyped off Chipotle.
I love Chipotle and Panera bread.
Panera
Panera bread doesn't give that much though. Like the two for two where it's like half and half.
2 for $2.
It's so small.
Yeah, no,
so
it's
small.
definitely not $10. I'm usually spending like 15.
The
or
Chipotle
Wow.
and the Chipotle burritos are like balls. They're not even a burrito.
I don't
They're
have.
like
I
a
have
ball.
a bowl, bro. You gotta get the bowl.
You ever get the burrito though? The burrito's
I
garbage.
used to, but I grew up. No, I had a bowl.
I'm
get
an
bowls
adult
now.
and I get a
I used to
burrito
get
bowl.
burritos all the time, but I think the bowl is to me.
The
Like,
bowl is hella
and
better.
I get
You
a
the
signed
chips.
tortilla, like
A what?
side tortilla.
Oh, I thought you said a signed tortilla.
No.
I was like,
side
tortilla?
I said that weird. Sign.
Side.
God, you messed me up, bro. A side tortilla.
Yeah.
I
A
get
side
that
piece
with the
tortilla?
bowl.
There you go. I get the chips. You gotta dip the chips in there.
Yeah,
that's a
dude. Is there some? Is there? What do you think the psyche of that worker was?
Man,
we're just
unless
shooting
that
thoughts.
person, like, I'm assuming that manager was gone that day.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. That's a good way to look at it.
I'm assuming that no manager is gonna be there. Like, no employee's gonna like put that much food on there, and pretty much that's money, right? So, and a manager's right around the corner.
Yeah.
So
no one was there. He was having a good morning.
Could it just be?
Now I'm thinking about it.
I'm sorry.
That guy might be in trouble.
He's probably fired.
That video
manager
went viral.
He definitely saw that video.
Why are you giving him that much money? And how much did you charge him? $6. You just gave him. You were supposed to charge extra. You didn't even charge extra.
Could it just be maybe someone just didn't care, or you know what I mean? Maybe it's a new worker didn't know, or just didn't care and just gave him a lot of food.
That's not likely.
If you didn't care, you'd be less likely to put more.
Who was filming? It was it a hot girl? Now we got to think about who is it. Is it a girl?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, is it a hot girl? Like, I'm trying to hook her up. Like,
that's
hey,
the real
come to Panda Express any fucking time. Ask for my name type. That's what a girl would do. Like, and but if it's like another dude, that guy had something personal happen in his life, or like he just had a good ass day. His boss gave him a bonus, and
just
his
became the manager.
He just became the fucking manager. You're totally right. He could have been a manager. Hey, it's on me today. Like, you know what I mean?
There
like,
you go.
That's
some orange chicken.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this? Should I throw out this random question?
Oh.
I think we're done at Panda Express, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
now I just want Panda Express.
This comes out of nowhere. But
did you just is this a question you
it's
thought
just
about?
like sometimes I just have tons of random thoughts, and a lot of times I write it down. Sometimes I don't, and so it's just.
Do you keep a journal?
I should. I got lazy. I used to, but So the answer is like half and half.
Do you journal?
I do.
I used to journal, and I always I got lazy and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
Driving around, absorbing all this media, driving around the Bay, all these rich ass people. I'm thinking to myself, man, can you just imagine if you could have a lifestyle of luxury your entire life, buying anything you want, living any way you wanted, having everything at your beck and call, but having a shortened life. Let's say knowing that you're going to, knowing that you have until you're, knowing that your life is going to end at, let's just say 60. Still somewhat. Hold on. 60. There's a lot of.
All right. Yeah. Keep going.
Or would you rather live for quote unquote by society's measures a normal life, but
wait, what age though?
Are you talking financially?
Financially.
Okay.
Just everything.
Middle class financially.
Yeah, middle class financially.
Till what age?
Well, let's just say you don't know. You live longer, but you have the option to live longer.
You just know longer than 60.
So like how I live now.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna die.
But you know that you could have a choice of living a luxurious life.
But you know when you're gonna end.
You know your cap is 60. What do you guys think? Really think? And I just thought about this.
Answer immediately
because I asked a couple people about that, and I was surprised at what they're gonna say because I'm scared of death. Death is the biggest fear for me because you don't know what it feels like. You don't know what it's gonna be like, right? You really don't.
Yeah.
I had 3 solid friends actually say, "Man, I would hook up with so many girls. I would bang so many blah, 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 blah. And I would do, I'd travel here. I'd buy a mansion here. I'd buy an island here." And they would actually be okay with knowing that they're going to die at 60.
They probably would die before 60 with all that.
Yeah. Or you could pay to, you know what I mean?
That's the trick right there.
Man, there's some shit you can't pay
to live
off.
an entirely different life. I don't know. But
that's exactly what people do. I would bang so many girls.
Right.
And then they'll get so many STDs. And then guess what? They got hepatitis C.
Or Elon Musk will come out with some technology where you can live someone else's life. You know what I mean? Who knows? But what do you think? It's not, I know it's a very simple question, but
I say fuck that. I want to live as long as possible. That's what I say.
Normal.
It's funny you bring this up because I had a whole existential crisis like 2 nights ago. Like for some reason, like I was laying in bed and I thought about dying and it freaked me out and I couldn't sleep.
It's so scary, dude,
Really?
because
it's so bizarre.
Interesting.
Oh man, I don't want to get morbid. I don't
We're just gonna start talking about death.
Well, I don't know people.
I don't feel that way about death. To be honest.
You're not scared of it?
If we're gonna get into this, I'm curious about what you think because as a Buddhist, you have a very particular interest in, or a particular perspective on death, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure. I think
you think it continues, right?
I think
continues.
So in a Buddhist perspective, I think that we have an attachment to like life.
Right.
And so we fear death because we don't know, we're afraid of that losing attachment. Just like when someone passes, it's like,
It's the loss.
It's the loss of that person, like that attachment, it's like to that person, more than I guess them kind of being gone. I think so. I just feel like, and that's what I'm saying. I'm still human, so like if someone dies, like I would probably be a wreck.
Of course,
you know what I mean. So
of course,
because I'm still human, I still have that attachment, but I have that understanding. But for me personally, like I don't know, I just kind of think, oh shit, I'm born. I already know I'm gonna die, so that's something I can at least. I know what's gonna happen, right? So I don't know. I just don't feel that way about death. Like if anything, I wouldn't want a painful death. But as far as like dying, I don't have that fear.
Are you with Justo where you'd rather live a?
I wish I think about your question. I wish it was like, would you rather live till 60, rich as, or would you rather live a long, broke ass, horrible life?
But that makes the answer a lot easier then.
What do you mean?
I think so.
Does it? Like,
I think it makes harder.
Hold up. Would I want to be broke and live long and like kind of desperate or would I want to live short until 60? Some people might be like, I still want to live long though. I don't know.
I'd rather do short, and I'll tell you why. Because you don't know when you're gonna go. You could die tomorrow. You're not. You're gonna be fine. But I'm just saying, like in a real world, in a real world situation, you don't even know. There's no guarantees. You just hope to live longer.
Right.
But bro, I mean,
you get a guarantee to 60 in this scenario, right? In the rich 60 scenario, you're guaranteed
to 60. It's like,
what kind of deal is that?
That's the deal. Then that's
God.
the card that you're laid.
This is my deal. This is your deal.
Or
I mean, when you say it like
so
that,
I can go on the highway for 99 miles an hour and not have to worry about.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you say it like that, because you can literally live life not worrying, just knowing that 60
the
is the
shortened
point.
life becomes a little more attractive if we're going to go the broke angle.
That's like that movie Big Fish.
I never saw it.
You gotta watch it.
Is it like
he
that?
saw the future. He knew the kid ran. he saw a witch and she gave him the future, and he knew exactly how he died. So every encounter he did, he wasn't afraid. He walked across bears and
he knew the future.
Giants. He's like didn't even care.
Interesting.
And they're like, oh well, I can break your legs. He's like, that's all right. Like I'm like,
I live.
so anyway, that's how it would be.
Weird.
That's like Big Fish. Like all right, well I know that I'm not gonna die till 60. So
interesting.
I guess
Which way are you gonna go?
because
when you say it like
answer the question
from that perspective,
I'm
it makes it a
curious.
little bit more complicated, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, well, then you can take advantage of that time because you know you're not going to die till 60.
Let's go normal life, but you don't know when you go. But it'll be past 60. Could be 61. Hey, or
So pretty much normal life, you don't know when you go. So it could be tomorrow. It could be like one of those deals too.
Yeah.
You don't know.
fine. Oh my god. Okay, fine.
I'm sorry. I'm complicated.
No.
I just
no.
like think like that.
Hey, it's a thought exercise. You got to
It's a
bring
thought
into it.
exercise.
You'll live longer.
I'll live
You'll live
longer,
longer, but you don't know when.
Guaranteed.
It could be 20 years. It could be 10 years.
It could be 1 year.
Yeah, it could be 61.
You never know.
It could be 61.
Dun, dun,
Wouldn't
dun.
that be some shit?
You're like, God damn.
Man, I got the wrong
took a deal.
I should
You
have
took
taken
a
the other
deal.
option.
Damn, Justo died last year, and I'm about to die now. It could be 6 months after.
6 months.
That'd be some evil shit God would do, or maybe it would be Satan.
Maybe. That sounds like a Satan deal.
Yeah, that's a Satan deal for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I mean, okay, like, I don't know. I mean, I would want to live a longer life because that's just me, but I guess I can see.
How
I
so
would
would
think
be
you'd want option
fine.
B because you don't look at death like maybe how Justo or I would see it, or at least I would see it. I'm scared of it because I don't know what it feels like, and
But
I don't like pain.
I like the longer life. Wait, you said I should pick the option A?
Well, I would think that I would think that you would choose B, meaning living a longer life because you don't fear death. For me, it's all about death. I fear death.
Right.
I don't know what it feels
Well,
like.
I guess I think more about like quality of life. Like I mean like and you can have a good quality of life
can.
and it's that 60 years and I guess I would want to live long to see my kids, you know, I had grandkids, so I know that like I would need to have an extended life to experience that. So that's why I would want a long life. You know, but if I was like a different kind of Nile where I don't plan on having kids and I'm just, I guess 60 is, man, that's young as
Young, man.
Yeah.
But
I
you
mean,
know-
Regis Philbin just died and he was 88.
Yeah, he was 88. But he was also rich as
Right.
fuck.
Yeah, there's that too.
But
Yeah.
88
I'd
is
say
up there,
I
man.
won't
That's
take
good.
I won't take
Like,
either deal and I'll just stick with where I'm at and see what happens.
right.
That's my
Okay,
that's
so
where I
that's
go.
kind of like option. Okay.
It's option
okay.
C. I'm gonna just opt out.
Heart attack. Oh,
Out of the survey.
he died young and broke. I'm just kidding.
Man.
I'm kidding. I would never wish that on anyone. So,
Oh man, he died young and broke.
What's your biggest fear? Since we're talking about this whole thing.
um,
For me, it's death.
yours is death. So is your
That's a heavy
biggest fear
question.
Death?
I don't know.
Because
That's a good
it's
question.
the unknown. I hate the unknown.
I
You don't
think-
know what it feels like.
Right. I think that's it's all common. Like
Everyone
most
feels
people,
like that.
That's unknown. We don't. That's uncomfortable. We don't know it.
Yeah.
We're not sure.
Yeah.
And we usually think on the negative side, like, shit, I don't know. That means
What?
the other way.
Yeah.
For me, I think it would be death is up there, but I think it's also regret is a big thing.
Yeah.
Feeling like, oh, I could have done this, or I didn't make the right choices in life.
That's why you got
Things
to
like
live
that.
your life 110%.
No, I think my
right?
biggest fear is like other people dying, if anything, like close loved ones dying before I feel that their time. You know, like I would want everyone, you know, especially my family, to live long, like anywhere past like 86. You know what I mean? Like that.
Nice long life.
That's a nice long life. Like if they pass away, I'd be like, hey, you know, you good for you.
Good
You know,
run.
Like I wouldn't feel like sad as shit.
Yeah.
So to me, that's what I fear. That's what I fear.
So
But
that's your
as far as
biggest fear.
me,
Yeah.
I don't like fear it. Like because it's not, I won't experience the after it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
You,
Like,
you know what? Do you think this also has to do with the fact that you guys are younger? So I don't even know if it's in your thought process. Not that like, you know, I think as when you get older, you start thinking about it a little bit more. Like my days are numbered.
I think about that every day. I've been
Do
thinking
you?
about that.
Yeah.
How old are
Yeah,
you?
I
You're
think-
20, 26,
I'm
27?
28. So
Yeah, you're young.
I think it's not even about like getting old. It's like, oh shit, well, you know, I'm seeing people that look like me getting killed by police. I see people getting, you know, in car accidents. So like I'm just kind of like, it's up there, you know? Like, I mean, of course at that moment, like my fear of death will be like, shoot, I don't want to get killed. You know what I mean? I'm not going to purposely go out of my way and try to find death. But as far as like the thought of what happens to me after death, that fear of unknown, I don't have that fear. My fear would be more of like loved ones, you know, dying before, you know, I would want that to
Nice,
happen.
man.
That's a good thought. That you think about other people.
Yeah, I mean that's just yeah.
Most people think, oh, what's my biggest fear? It has something to do with them. But like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a natural intuition.
It's still,
Now I feel like a
I'm
jerk.
Although you
I'm
could
still
say it
connected.
is also like about how you feel about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even think my perspective is even that healthy. You know, like
It's like you don't want to feel the loss.
You
of
know,
someone
I don't
else.
want to. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like kind of like I don't want to feel that loss. Like, you know, it's not a good feeling.
Specifically on people that haven't like actually fulfilled their life.
Yeah,
that's
like,
what you mean.
You know, like
Yeah, I get it.
those kind of things.
There's few
Yeah.
things more tragic.
Because I
than
guess
that.
like if I die, I don't have to worry about like feeling anything.
yeah, you're just dead.
Right.
Yeah,
I can
that's
probably guarantee that. Like I won't. At least I won't be able to mentally process like
Yeah, 'cause
the
you'll be dead.
emotions. Right. Because I'll be dead. Right. Because I'll be dead. So I guess that's why I'm not fearing. I'm like, if I die, like I die. That's kind of how I look at it. I'm not going to go
There's
out of my
nothing
way
you
to
can do
do
about
it.
it.
You know.
There's one thing to ask. I wish we were able to know the future.
Oh,
I
man.
know.
I wish
More than
somebody
money,
could tell
more than
me what
anything.
death is like. I wish we would know. Hey, what happens after you die? Oh man, it's crazy. Like you get $1 million.
It's crazy.
What's that movie with
fucking know.
Jim Carrey?
Bruce Almighty. That's a
That's
good
right.
I
one.
want to be Bruce Almighty.
That's a great one.
That
You
would
want to
be
be
amazing.
God?
Do you want to live?
No, was he God? No, didn't he?
He was
die?
God.
Oh, was he God?
No, he was God.
God gave him
his-
powers.
God gave
was
him.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
Okay.
Morgan Freeman gave him Morgan Freeman powers.
Right.
Okay, maybe that's the wrong movie.
Do you want to live forever? Do you want to live immortally?
I would. That'd be amazing.
Like you,
Fuck
That'd
yeah.
be. You want to why? Because
Count
then
me in.
I
See
could-
all the crazy that goes down?
then we can have a million podcasts.
not just that. yeah. That.
So
but
many
also-
episodes.
We'll get those 100 subscribers.
But
God
here's
damn
the
it.
thing. It would give me time to right the wrongs
Uh-huh.
and kind of do
There's that.
and kind of right the things myself that I didn't have time or I didn't get a chance to do in my 20s. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you age out of stuff, man. And society, they'll just like stereotype you. Am I getting like way too deep?
No.
Like, sometimes you wish you did stuff. Man, I wish I did this stuff in my 20s. Now, now I'm like 30 and you know what I mean? It's
Right.
it's gone.
I think I
I
don't
was
think
about to
that's
say the same
necessarily
thing,
the
Justo.
case.
Yep. I'm about to say
It's not
that.
the case anymore because you see, like,
Depending on the business, I mean,
It depends on the
We don't
business,
have
I
time on the
guess.
podcast, but I can tell you right now, depending on the business you're in, people definitely will stereotype you based off your height, your color, your age, all these things, man.
I think it depends
For
on.
sure.
I think it depends on the person, what they do more than anything nowadays than anything.
Yeah, and this could be a whole.
There's more
It's a whole
This could be a
separate
whole
podcast.
separate
Whole thing.
podcast.
Yeah.
I guess
We gotta
my
start
thing,
wrapping
do a Buddhist perspective is that like I think because people know that they're gonna die, they
They make decisions.
They make decisions based
according
off
to
of
that.
that, like time wise. Like if we knew we were gonna live forever, I feel like we would all be lazy. We'd be like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
I'll
would
do
be
it
lazy.
tomorrow. So like that's I think
I have
honestly,
plenty of
maybe
time.
not for you, but I think most people would be like,
That's
I'll
true.
do it in 50 years.
If you're gonna be lazy, I suggest you got to see Last Dance. You got It's on Netflix now, so
That's
you
if
have no
I'm,
excuse.
but I'm not
Just put it
immortal
on-
though.
Put it on
Yeah.
repeat.
I'm not immortal though.
In your
I
mind.
know I'm gonna die.
Yeah, and
So
he doesn't want to use his
that's-
valuable time watching that movie.
I know I'm gonna die, so that means like I gotta do what I want to do.
You got to go get some Panda
feel it.
Express.
I gotta get some Panera bread
I
Some
feel
Panera
it.
bread.
because I could die.
I think we're out of time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about that time.